do that, I need to bring in the one, the only, Brian Gibson, our president and founder. So, Brian, come on in. So glad to see you tonight. How are you doing?
Oh, hanging in there, hanging in there. You know, it's pretty funny because we're all razzing my wife because her name is Helene.
Ooh. Oh, my goodness.
Honey, I didn't know you had a tantrum. You didn't have to take out half of Georgia.
Ooh. Wonder how these things get named, right? Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry, didn't even connect the dots in my head till you said that. Oh. Yep.
But we're going to be talking about that, folks, as the sneak peek says. But first, we got to go through what's happening, what's coming up, and all that. Because full transparency, this is what we do. It's Monday Mission. This is where we talk about the mission. We talk about veteran issues. So let's see if I can share this stupid screen.
You're getting all techy on us. I love it.
Yeah. All right. First and foremost, got to go through it every week like I do. We are a faith-based, scripture-led veteran nonprofit with complete financial transparency. Records are available on request. We work with the blessings that we are received. Our goal is 90% for hope and 10% for needs. You can find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. Sorry that X and stuff, younger people got to do that. Hence volunteer. Okay. Remember, God will never leave this mission. Right? Jesus said it. With men, this is impossible. With God, all things are possible. So we know here at Project Die Hard, because God is front and foremost, everything will work. But we have to do the work. The suffering of veterans will never be used to grow. Veterans, again, are not a commodity. No. Our veterans that we help will tell their stories when they're ready. We won't use them for the heartstrings. We're bottom line up front here. No drugs or alcohol is allowed in this mission. Okay? Alcohol is the leading cause of veteran suicide. How can I know this? Well, research. But personally speaking, when I was sitting out in my shop putting a 45 in my mouth, there was a bottle of Jack Daniel's sitting right next to me. A fifth. So how do I know personally? Well, there you go, folks. All right. This would be where our praise report is. And I'm going to let Sue do this praise report this week because it involves this.
Awesome. I am so excited that the wonderful Miss Debbie Hayes has stepped up to be the patron for this coming event. So the Fellowship Breakfast, you all know about it. Fellowship Breakfast is always on the first Wednesday of the month, which means that's in 2 days from now. It is October 2nd. It's coming up. It's here. Make plans to be there at the IHOP in Paducah, Kentucky. Come and break bread with our heroes, show your gratitude for their service, help bring them hope. Again, patronage was provided by Debbie Hayes, and we are so, so thankful for that. Thank you, Debbie. And, we are wondering who's going to step up and do this for our guys and gals next month. It is a really, really wonderful group that gathers there. Our veterans, and it's beyond just our veterans too. There's a great group that shows up and supports one another. There's a lot of fellowship taking place there. Come join the party. You gotta be there. So again, it's in 2 days from now, October 2nd at the Paducah, Kentucky IHOP. If you're able to join in and attend, please do that.
Again, that's how it works, folks. You want us to bring a fellowship breakfast to your neck of the woods? We'd be happy to. But we're not that big yet. And we're only going to grow with your help. All right. People asked, well, what's the status of that room? Okay. It's clear. It's taped out. We have the plan. We taped it out because we wanted to know, okay, the plan. Measurements were taken. That's how the tape got down there. So will it flow? Will this do what we want it to do? We might have to go from 6 veterans in this room to 4. Just because, remember, it's quality over quantity. I'm not going to stuff them in like sardines. Although the Navy guys might like that. All right, this is the next big thing that we need help with. I'm not going to but look, folks, yeah, most people down south, they got nailed, but we did too. Not to the extent, but we did. We need volunteers with experience in removing trees. This is something we couldn't get to last weekend because of the priorities. But this is where we need your help. It takes time, equipment, experiences, and resources. You volunteer, we save on resources. You give the time, you bring your knowledge, your equipment, and we can knock this out in a day. If you reach out to everybody you know in the local area, I mean, got it. We'll give it a couple weeks so everybody can come back up north from being down south. Their need is greater than ours right now, I understand. But 10, 12 tree crews, right? For a day, burgers and dogs, we could do some damage, couldn't we? All right, folks. I'm just going to break it down to you. What does it cost to bring hope and save lives? When only the best will do for the veterans we serve, okay? We don't take shortcuts. We won't take shortcuts. Insurance, right now, for PDH and Fire Brush, currently is at $982.57 a month. Before you put those comments in there, I can save you money. Before you say I can do this and I can do that. Folks, I'm just going to put it blatantly out to you. We put the call out all the time. This is what we need. The person we're dealing with is the one that came back and said, I'll do my best. So, see? Utilities at Forward Operating Base Rush. $838.76 is the average monthly cost. That's the water, the trash, the electricity, the everything it takes to keep that building functioning. That's not even counting the maintenance on the furnaces and air conditioners. That's just utilities, folks. And of course, our outreach program, the fellowship breakfast, that ranges $500 a month. Sometimes more, sometimes less. These are averages. Okay? So, beating the drum, looking at all the math, and mind you, I got smarter people than me telling me this. We need 100 people to become $22 a month patrons. That just keeps us on the status quo of what we're doing. We do right for grants. We do right for endowments. But you ask any nonprofit leader, right? And they will tell you grants and endowments are not guaranteed. They're not. I can't. We write for them.
And often those are just a one-time thing. They're not a continual source of money. That's a one-time piece often.
And that's great. But sometimes with grants, they say, okay, here's the money, but you can only spend it on this.
Mm-hmm.
When we get to the point of putting windows in, I can get a grant for windows. But that's the only thing we can spend it on, are windows. So we're going to have the best windows in that property that money can buy. Just saying. A community support program right here. Our ministry partners. Reach out. Tell your pastors. Tell your ministers. Join our team. What do we ask of our ministry partners? Pray, because that's the first thing we ask everybody for, is prayer. Share. Tell everybody about our mission. And volunteer. Right there. Together, growing God's kingdom and bringing hope to heroes. WBGL.org. A radio station based out of northern Illinois. We get them in southern Illinois at Fob Rush. Great music to listen to while you're working. The church at Woodlawn. We put it out a couple weeks ago. Everybody was asking me, where's your home church? Right there. The church at Woodlawn. That's the home church. You have questions? Hey, come on. They had a great message yesterday, and we are working on live streaming that sermon on Savior Sunday. But again, that takes equipment, talent. See what I'm saying? And of course, Global Vision Bible Church, Pastor Locke. Okay? His congregation, they do great things worldwide. We are so honored to be part of that ministry. Okay? A few weeks ago, somebody shot up his house. Okay? Look, when you're doing God's work, we do get attacked. We do get attacked. And look, guys, if you're in the Paducah area, come support these great people. The Lone Oak Trophy Shop, veteran owned. Hughes Market. Alan out there, man. Great guy. Great prices. You know, Chase Motorsports. outstanding people. The PFGW Architect Group. Jeff, great guy. He's the one that draws up our plans. The Cabin Connections. You need a cabin, go there, buy. They've been vetted. They'll deliver. I don't know if they'll deliver all the way up to Sue's house, but I don't know. Supply Solutions. All those soap dispensers and paper towel dispensers and all that stuff that we need for our facilities, they're supplying at the best price we could possibly ever get. Now, if you want to donate some, I'm not going to say no. First Choice, Farm and Lawn. They got 5 locations. Go buy a tractor. Tell them we sent you. Howard D. Happy. Yeah. Toner, paper, all this stuff. They give us great prices. Okay? The more you go and support them, the more they can do for us. But in that same retrospect, I got to go to the other side of this little pamphlet here, folks. Everybody keeps telling me, why should I support Project Die Hard when your facility is in Makanda, Illinois? Well, we're going to put one in every state, but this is the first and has to be done first and done right the first time. I'm going to be throwing some of my Illinois followers under the bus here, guys. I have to. Paducah, Kentucky gives us more support than where Forward Operating Base Rush is located in southern Illinois. Guys, girls, Illinois. Join the team. Join the team. Volunteer at projectdiehard.org. Whatever you bring to this mission will be a blessing. And that is really the update.
Excellent.
Oh, he's early.
He is early. Are you ready to come on in and join us? All right, Kurt is here. Join the party. I don't know if you got the flavor of what was just happening there with all the updates going on, but there's a lot happening. The fellowship breakfast is 2 days from now in Kentucky, in Paducah, Kentucky, at the IHOP. So just that.
And Debbie, if you're listening, thank you. God bless. That's all I can say is thank you and God bless.
We appreciate her very, very much. And I would love to see it that we have all of the dates covered for this next calendar year. Finish off this year, get all of our pancake breakfast mornings covered. It's not that hard to do. Let's get that done.
One company could step up, cover all of 2025. Get featured on the banner that sits outside that restaurant where thousands of people drive by every day. Get shout out on our social media. It's like we're shouting out Debbie saying thank you and God bless. But we need your help to reach those people. Kurt does his part. Susan does her part. Christy does her part. Chaplain Dave does his part. Yeah, look, we all do our part, but we need more help. Speaking of help, all right, I got a transition. Hurricane Helene. Not Helen, folks, it's Helene, the way it's spelled. Trust me, I know. I've been married to her for 27 years. I made that mistake once in my life. Never again. Okay? We're busting on her. You know, I know she has a temper. I didn't know it was that bad. But, comma, folks, I got part of my leadership team here, and this is why we're going to discuss this. Kurt, what's our mission?
Saving the lives of veterans by spreading hope to veterans. Combating veteran suicide.
Okay, Sue, how do we do that?
We do that by, well, we got the pieces we put together here. Pray, share, volunteer, and donate.
Yep, okay. We provide veterans with a safe, secure place for them to get back on their feet. That's what we do. We work with the resources we have. It's not our job to respond to disasters. We will automatically go, Heavenly Father, please abate this storm. Help these people in their time of need. Send the right people to them that they need, Lord. We'll do that. We've been doing that since it made landfall. But it's not our job to go running down into a disaster area and, I don't know, I've been involved in a couple. Oh, wait, a couple years ago, we had this big thing right down the street from us, tornadoes, wiped out Mayfield, Kentucky. I applaud everybody filling semi-trucks and trailers and all this stuff with food and baby oils and all this. Great. Love it. I just got one question. Where's it going? Where's it going? Come on, guys. Time in here. I can sit here and beat this drum.
It's going over there. They're just going to drive it and show up. I don't know, when they see that their road doesn't exist anymore, they're going to get to a point where I don't know. I don't know. That's a great question. Are they coordinated? Do they have anything in mind of how this is going to be distributed once they get there? Great to want to help. 100%.
I love it.
That's beautiful. But if you're logistics are important.
Nothing happens without logistics. Wars don't get won without logistics.
Can you imagine just showing up and saying, I got my gun, let's go? I mean, that's not how it works.
That's not how anything works. You go to the grocery store and gripe if they're out of a product. Well, that's called logistics, folks. Okay? That's logistics. Logistically speaking, for our mission, Project Die Hard, it would be easier, and our partners, the United States Veteran Reserve Corps, whose mission is to respond to disasters, You know, they're already geared up. They're loading up trucks. They're already put on alert. They're ready to rock and roll. But that's their job. That's their mission. Okay, they came down and helped us before the hurricane. Okay, that's their mission. They will find the veterans we need to help. Logistically speaking, it's easier for us to get a veteran and their family, if needed, out of the disaster zone and to a facility. Team?
That fits our mission.
But what's the one thing missing from our mission to be able to do that?
Well, right now, we're still working on getting the facility complete. We need the building with the beds in place, with the walls in place, the plumbing, the pieces that need. We need to finish Bob Rush. We need to finish that location so that we can do that.
So we're missing the money to pay for that.
Hey, there you go. There you go. What does it take to build buildings? It takes money, guys. Look, I hate being a broken record, but everything you want us to do costs money. It does. Look at Sue's great shirt. Great shirt.
Yep.
We got a great price on the great polo shirts. I got a whole box of them. Buy in bulk, right? Got a great price on the embroidery. But, that was an outlay. And by the way, folks, Die Hard Money didn't pay for that shirt. I did.
It comes from somewhere. It doesn't just come out of thin air. It comes from somewhere.
Again, oh, if I gave you $22 a month, do I get a free t-shirt? No.
Is there such thing as a free t-shirt?
Nope. Somebody somewhere is paying for that t-shirt. I don't think the post office is going to take an IOU to ship that t-shirt to you.
Nope.
I know UPS and FedEx won't.
Yeah. That's when you. So I'm thinking again about the hurricane. Mm-hmm. And I really hadn't, I don't watch the news much. I really unplugged a lot from directly watching the news because so much negativity, so much of, it's just the way it is. There's just a massive amount of negative energy out there. All these things. It's like, I used to be a news junkie. I was always listening. I want to know what's going on. And then I finally hit a point of, it's depressing. It brings me down. I will still find out the things I need to know about, but having that much influx of negative was just, I finally hit a point of I've had enough. So like with this hurricane, obviously I'm aware of it. Obviously it's happening and it's affecting so many people. Tonight was the first time I really started looking at pictures of the devastation, of the damage, all the things. We had been on vacation in North Carolina just, 6 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago. We were in the exact area that I was just looking at pictures. We're actually the area where Chaplain Dave is headed to. And
look where he's at right now.
Where he's there now?
Yeah. Yeah, they're on the ground. His civilian job sent 4 ambulances and 2 helicopters down. Okay? Paramedics, flight nurses, right? They're on rescue mode. They're heading back to Ohio Sunday or Monday because after that much time, it's not a rescue mode, it's a recovery mode. So those resources have to go back to support other folks. Again, folks, logistics.
That coordinated effort and bringing in the resources needed and requested, because those that are there understand what it's going to take to do this need. Because I was looking at pictures of that stretch where we were. It's gone. All those buildings, I've got a shirt that I bought from one of those stores that literally doesn't exist now. We have pictures that we took on this famous Flowering Bridge area. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's amazing. But I think about that, and then I also think about that balance of that people are saying that Project Die Hard should be playing some role in this and going there and help. It's like, wait, no, that's not our mission. That is not the mission of Project Die Hard to get in my car and drive down there, because that's not what we're here for. We have a potential role, but it is not that. You said it earlier, where we can come into bringing veterans out of that area and giving them a place to be. That fulfills our mission.
Plain and simple. Okay? Plain and simple. Well, why don't you build a facility down there? Okay. You think what we're doing up in Illinois is costing money to get a Category 5 hurricane-safe building built? Think what that's going to cost. Because that's the things I got to think about. If we're going to put a facility into a region that could be affected, we have to plan for that building to be operational if a Category 10 hurricane comes through. Kurt, you're just sitting there, man. Chime in here. Don't wait for me to bring you in. If you got something to say, raise your hand, make a noise, cough.
Well, I mean, you got me thinking here. When you talk about, risk of hurricanes, I guess I'd be curious when you go down, the Eastern time zone, and, you're going into the East Coast areas, the states that, get affected like this and otherwise, like in terms of growing bases for Project Die Hard. It'd be interesting to look at the U.S. map and to say, how can we have bases, towards the east that serve east of the country, but yet out of that hurricane area. That to me is what this brings up, is you're talking about building a structure that can withstand, the hurricane risk. But, like here in Wisconsin, I mean, am I worried about my house being affected by a hurricane? So it'd be interesting to figure out what the line is historically. How far to the west do you have to go, before you reach that you're expecting not to be affected by hurricane?
Well, it all depends on where it makes landfall. Because if you look geographically, we got screwed because of the 2 big rivers we have, right? And this natural valley that runs right up through America. And when storms make that landfall and come rushing up that little trough where they're protected by the east-west winds, it's more damage. Okay, let's talk about up north where you guys. We're going to build a facility. What do we got to think about there? Oh, blizzards.
Blizzards and tornadoes.
No matter where we build, there's going to be risk. So the question is, how do we mitigate that risk?
Exactly.
Hence, people with chainsaws, time, experience, coming to forward operating base rush and cutting down trees. Mitigating the risk. Volunteer.
Keep thinking, whenever you talk about chainsaws, I'm like, I wish I lived closer because I love that stuff. I'm certified. I'm not just
Okay.
going down there willy-nilly, but
Why not? Everybody else is driving down North and South Carolina willy-nilly. Oh, did I say that out loud?
yes, you did.
Oh, okay, well, sorry, folks, but I'm a bottom line up front guy. I'm still going to say, if you want me to go somewhere, you're going to have to pay for it. Because I can't. I get all these invites to go to this thing and that thing, and would it be great for the mission if I could? Yeah. It'd grow this mission immensely. But until we get 100 people giving $22 a month where the utilities are covered and all the expenses of what we're doing is covered, I don't have any spare change to go travel.
I know a guy that has a sleigh that might be available. No, I don't know. I don't know if that's a real thing that we can count on right now, but sometimes you got to get creative.
Yeah. Well,
So,
bring them on in.
speaking of, we do have the one, the only Santa Papa John in the house. I want to bring him on in to say hello and join this conversation. Oh, I'm trying to. Why isn't it working? There we go.
Here we are. Hi guys, how we doing? I've been here for like 10 minutes, but I just realized when I looked up and I went, oh, my camera's not on. It needed to have a reboot session to it because electronics get these temperamental mindsets that they want to stop working every now and then, and you just got to go, and yeah. I'm seeing some of these pictures from down there, and it's like. Hold that I-40 that goes down through the Smoky Mountains. I've driven that road, and what a beautiful stretch of highway that is now gone. Yeah, it's like holy moly. And yeah, I've been having these discussions with a few people on how powerful water is and how destructive it is when it gets a mind of its own and it wants to go where it wants to go.
Speaking of that, okay, let's talk about that. Yes, we talked about the trees. We have a new roof leak.
Oh
no!
Oh no!
Ah,
I got a bucket under it.
Uh-huh.
what room is it in? Is it in the finished area or?
No, it's in one of the utility rooms.
Dang it!
Oh. Yeah, sounds like a job for some blackjack before we get too serious about ripping the whole roof apart. But
Santa, we're up to about 7 buckets every time it rains.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And we are beyond the blackjack. We are beyond the patches. Okay?
Yeah.
You can only patch things so long before
this be true. And that's not a good situation, Brian.
It's not, but it's the situation we're sitting in.
Yeah.
Hence, this is, I don't know if you've heard of our conversation. Everybody wants me to run down south and help.
Yeah. You can only divide yourself up into so many ways.
Well,
he's already wearing too many hats.
No. We
Yeah.
got a decent volunteer group. We could always use more. But if I put that call out of Die Hard is putting this together and running down there, we will have people that'll step up. But as the leader, I got to think about the logistical side of it.
Yep.
Right? And that's not on me.
That's where you put the other hat on and you do the delegation.
No, that's not our mission, Santa.
Well, not technically, but physically, you can't be in 50 spots at one time.
Well, as we were talking earlier, if our facility was operational, right?
If
Logistically speaking, it would be a lot easier for Project Die Hard, with the help of its resource partners, to identify a veteran in that area that has lost everything,
yeah,
and transport that veteran, even with their family, to Southern Illinois.
Yep.
Be in that role of being that transition point for them. They've got to figure out what they're doing. They got to know what's next. They got to figure everything all out. That would be ideal if that was.
Well, I'm sure the big cleanup last weekend changed that priority list probably a little bit. I would think. Did it uncover some things that had to be addressed sooner than later on that list that you have? I'm sure that list is about 40 items long now.
Well, it's about 80 items long.
Okay, well, I was trying to be positive a little bit.
Look, I'm positive all the time, Santa. I am positive. I am positive that forward operating base rush will be completed.
Yes.
I am positive that we will have a facility in every state. But in the same retrospect, I'm a realist. Okay?
Yep.
That's 3.5 times around the world, multiple combat tours. You missed the whole conversation about logistics. Okay, let's talk your annual trip around the world.
Because he is the logistics guy.
All right, now come on now.
No, let's talk about logistically wise. You have your reindeer, right?
Yes.
All year long, you got to do what to them? Take care of them, feed them, vet bills, the whole 9 yards.
The whole 9 yards plus.
Yep, there's a cost right there.
Yep.
Just logistically speaking, that's a logistical cost. Your transportation, your reindeer, your transportation, the sleigh, the paint job, the skids, all that has to be looked at and maintained. And then, well, you got the elves for the toys.
Right.
But I know, magic or no magic, you're not fitting all those toys in one trip. So I know you got stash points all the way around the world that you're stocking up right now. See?
Come on now.
I give away all of the secrets.
Don't be giving away secrets now.
But you see, that's logistics.
That's why the elves sneak off like 3 or 4 days ahead of with the secret sleigh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got it. Mid-air refueling. See, folks? Right? He doesn't have to land. He's got other sleighs that can do a mid-air refueling. Those elves are quick.
Well, you know, the elves, the reindeer have to eat too.
Oh yeah. I got it, folks. See?
Yeah,
That's just like,
I know where you're going with this. Yep.
brother, that's just like the people. Oh, you need to clear out that back? Just get goats. Okay.
Goats will clean up everything.
All the underbrush, all that, goats will clean all that out.
Cool.
And they will. They're goats.
Absolutely.
But, comma, what do we do with the goats when they're done?
Good thing Mrs. Claus is not here, because we might have to say a few things that she doesn't want to hear.
Again, folks, I'm a country boy by heart. I like venison.
But there are some elves that are, you know, lactose intolerant, so they have to have goat's milk.
Again, volunteers. And I don't know if
Yes.
you ever milked a goat, but that's not fun.
If nothing else, we have some giggles.
Again, have fun in life.
Well, you have to.
You have to. Always be on the positive. Everybody goes, man, you're so positive. Oh, this, you got roof leaks, you got this, you got that. Why are you so positive? Him?
Yep.
Right there. I don't know. I guess it's when you saved my life and you gave me this outlook that, got it, I saved you. Imagine what I could do.
Yep. One step at a time.
Mm-hmm. But folks, the need is great. The mission is just. We are Santa approved. We are approved through Gold Star. We are approved through the Southern Illinois Community Foundation. We're not fly-by-night. I can't stress this enough. You want a tour of Forward Operating Base Rush, reach out. We'll make it happen.
Yep.
You have a group that can come and actually be volunteering there at some point. That can happen. You got some ideas? You got a Boy Scout looking for an Eagle Scout project? I bet we could come up with all sorts of possibilities right there at Fob Rush. There's lots and lots of things that can happen. It just takes the ideas. It takes the time. It takes more than one brain to put this all together, right? That's the beauty of a team. Teamwork makes the dream work. As I've heard Brian say more times than I can count. That's what it is.
But the reality of that statement, Susan, is when you get multiple brain cells interacting with, you know, even Kurt's one brain cell, you know, you can throw different ideas at each other to help each other, because not everybody says red is red and blue is blue. There's, you know, turquoise and there's rouge and there's pink, and, you know, people look at things, projects, ideas in a different concept. And that different concept can open up doors to different projects that can be done by different people, different ideas. And your ideas of scouts, that would be a great idea to reach out and say, hey, we've got some project for some scouts, for some reaching out for medals. We can do many different things with those types of younger age groups that could help this project move forward.
In total agreement, brother, right? I always want teamwork within my organization.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I go to my leadership team when one of them calls and says, I got this idea. And the first thing I ask is, did you talk to the rest of the team?
Yep.
Because you bring an idea to me, I put it out to the team. So-and-so came up with this idea. What does everybody think? Because when we all think, we get the best product, the best idea. But in that same retrospect, as I said before, and I'll say it again, I take no credit for the success of this mission. All credit goes to God and my team. I take no credit in every success of this mission, but I take responsibility for every failure. Do I not, folks?
You do. You're amazing. They're a good leader. That's what leaders do. They put everybody around them in a position for success, takes consult from all around, brings forward the best of the best. That's what it takes to be successful.
Again, that's teamwork, okay? Look, there's people on this screen that have made some boo-boos within this organization. Not gonna lie, okay? But I don't call people out on them. I don't do that. Yep. Got it? Boom. Hey, folks, this went wrong. My fault. I didn't communicate it clearly enough. I've said that more than once, haven't I? Communication goes both ways.
And the
It
back
does.
end of that, we all know, if you don't learn from a mistake, you might as well be going backwards.
Mm-hmm. Again, folks, this is it. This is our Monday Mission podcast, okay? This is what we talk about, what's going on in our mission. If you have an issue you want to talk about in the veteran community, I invite you. Email monday@projectdiehard.org. My team will send you some information, collect all the data, do all that stuff to have you on here. Okay, I'm on here because this is important to me in the full transparency thing. And I personally block out this time.
Do you have any real estate contacts in your contact book?
Yeah, got you.
Because what I'm thinking is, we all know there's restaurants that go under. And some of those restaurants might be getting changed into other kinds of facilities. So some of those kitchen items might be able to be donated if they only know there's a use for them.
Oh, brother, again, we are glad to take donations.
No, but I'm saying, have you reached out to real estate people that
Yes.
maybe handle the
Yes.
Okay.
We have, brother, we've been doing that. I've been doing it 8 years.
Okay.
There's no good. Yeah.
I'm catching up.
Catch up, brother. Catch up. 8 years, folks. If you don't think we haven't reached out, point, I put it out there. And I don't say I personally, but I'm the one that said, yes, put that out. Okay, folks? Look, we need a mission supplier for trailers. Right? We have been reaching out to Texas Pride, Gator, there's a post out on Facebook on it. Somebody knows somebody who can make a decision to join our mission. Somebody knows somebody. This is why I ask all the time, share our mission.
Yeah.
Okay? Share our mission. Somebody knows somebody. Somebody knows somebody with the $1.1 million it's going to take to totally rehab the resident building at Forward Operating Base Rush. $1.1 million, we can have that building completed in 6 months and start housing veterans.
So all we got to do is find 1.1 million people to donate $1 each.
Yeah.
Yep. That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Yep.
But you know what, Santa? I will settle for 100 people giving $22 each a month.
Wow.
Because that will cover our current expenses.
And speaking of things that are happening, reminder, 2 days from now on October 2nd, it's always on that first Wednesday of the month, is the fellowship breakfast. So make sure that is on your calendar. Go to the IHOP in Paducah, Kentucky. And Brian, remind us, what time should they be there?
We start at 7 a.m. and we go till 9:30 a.m. Everybody goes, why 7 a.m.? Because some of our veterans work. And they asked, hey, can you start this a little early so we can start taking this fellowship? Yep. 9:30, because that's as long as the restaurant will let us sit in there. Something about a lunch rush.
It's perfect. So come on out. You don't have to be a veteran to come.
No. Come break bread with heroes. Say thank you for your service. Hear their stories. Tell them it's going to be okay. You might have that voice a veteran needs to hear to have hope to carry on for that next day, week, month.
Is the foundation allowed to set up a GoFundMe account?
We do that all the time.
There's a Mighty Cause actually is available all the time from the Project Die Hard website.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Mighty Cause, when you go to our website and hit that donate button, it's going to take you to Mighty Cause. They handle all of our donations. Everybody asks me, why do you do that? You could save money if you do it yourself. No. You think that. But to process people's credit cards and all that, you have to have people that are bonded. You got to have a few $100,000 in the bank.
Yep.
So Mighty Cause handles all of our donations and handles all the tax receipts, everything. That's what they handle. GoFundMe's are great. Yes, if somebody wants to start a GoFundMe for Project Die Hard, I'm not going to stop you. I'm not. But yeah, look, 1.1 million gets the resident building completed, right? I've seen these social media funding things raise $4, $5, $6 million for the most stupidest thing in the world.
Which makes me think it should not be this hard to get enough people together to fund what is going on here. We just got to share it out more, make it more well known that this group is all about providing hope to veterans. And speaking of that, I want to give everybody a quick moment, just briefly share your message of hope for veterans this evening. So, Kurt, actually, I'm going to poke it your direction first if you want to go ahead and begin.
He's snoozing.
Oh, the mute button just for you. Here, there you go. Go for it. Sorry.
There we go. Now we get. All right, thank you. Yeah, this is really a profound capacity for me to to be in, because we're talking about combating veteran suicide, spreading hope to veterans, talking to those of you out there that are a veteran, fighting the demons, and what are we to do? And so so I call out there in an appeal to say, I'm a volunteer. I'm here saying you're a priority for me. I've said it before that with activities I like to organize and coordinate, water skiing, whatever it is I can do in life, and then to say, there'd be a chance to do something with you, but I lose you to, the fight of the demons, and we lose your life, and then you're not there, to join me, in activities. And this is just an example from where I'm sitting. So I guess my message is, like we've been talking about, one day at a time, part of a day at a time, keep going that next stride. And it's easier said than done. That's where I say it's interesting to comment to this, because I can't relate. I honestly can't. But all I know is that knowing this issue is out there, I'm here to offer that I'm here. I've said it before. I put my phone number out there. You can call and text me anytime, 262-372-1754. And my email was shown earlier in the program, Kurt, K-U-R-T, at projectdiehard.org. All I can do is be available to you. I am yours. Back to you, Sue.
Awesome. So, Santa Papa John, I'm going to give you the next turn here. Your message of hope to vets.
Well, thank you, Suze. Veterans, we all appreciate you. We all love you. We know that you didn't hesitate to sign on the dotted line. And we all know that there are some of you out there that are fighting some serious demons. You're waiting on the waiting list, which should never be. But we have a government that really doesn't want to cross that line with our veterans, unfortunately. But we are here. We have an open door policy. Even me, and I'm not even in the inner circle of this amazing group, but that doesn't mean I cannot talk to you. That means I would love to talk to you versus read about you. And there are some amazing people in here that will definitely open their ears, open their eyes to listen to you, so you don't have to fight those demons alone. We are here. We are trying to put in a big new plan, one step at a time, to provide some much needed services that all of the veterans, male or female, or whatever else kind of veteran, could use at these facilities. So please don't give up. Please don't give up on us, because we're stepping forward one giant step at a time to make a new place to help with services that you are going to need. And we will be here to help you whenever we can. Back to you, Sue.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for all you do for us here. And Brian, you get the final word tonight.
Brothers, sisters, look, guys, it's hard. I know it. I still have bad days. I still have days that I want to go and grab that bottle. I still have days of doubts and things. But I know there's hope. I know it. I've been there. I've seen miracles happen. What do you mean miracles? Yeah, 20 acres, a 10,000 square foot building being donated. That's not a miracle. I don't know what it is. Look, folks, don't give up. We're here in the fight. My team does the best they can with the resources they have. You're a veteran, you need a purpose, join the team. Join the team. Who better to speak on the behalf of this mission than veterans? Helping veterans. That's why I need you to hang out, because we're going to get there and we're going to need you. Stay strong.
Awesome. Yes, I 100% agree. You have a place here. You have a place at the table. If you can make it to the fellowship breakfast on Wednesday, you have a place here. You're needed. You're wanted. It is an open door. Please reach out. There's so many ways to reach us. I also have my email address, super simple, susan@projectdiehard.org. So please hop on board, have fun with us, grow with us, make a difference. It's all right in front of you. It's available. So we also are here every Monday night, just as that reminder. We are the Project Die Hard Mission Monday update. We are here at 6:30 p.m. You want to come and help even with this? Join the team here as well. Thank you so much for all you do. Each of you are valuable, and we look forward to next week. We'll be back as always.